From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Happy Wednesday. We are live at 6 a.m. I'm Kelly Ross, and here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, we have made it out of June, and it is the first day of July, and it is absolutely feeling like it outside. It has been hot and humid, sticky, unbearable, miserable for the last several days. Unfortunately, we are not quite done with that. So that has not changed for the forecast for today, but we do have one new element to add into the forecast for today and for the next several days to come, and that is a daily thunderstorm chance. So we'll talk about those rain and storm chances and how that is increasing for today. So you may need to grab the rain gear, dust it off after the last few days, and bring it with you this morning. I'll tell you when you may need it and how long those rain chances will last, as well as your holiday weekend forecast, a look at the 4th of July and how your outdoor plans may be faring out later on this weekend into the weekend. Here in this weather update, let's go ahead and get you out the door this morning with the new information this morning, and it's not so new, but it is important to know. Of course, extreme heat warning continues for this afternoon for a majority of the viewing area, highlighted there in peak. A heat advisory for Hardin County and Tishomingo County. No matter where you are, it is going to be hot. It is going to be humid. Heat index values today between 105 and 110 degrees. So again, a very steamy afternoon is expected. Another day to stay indoors if you can, stay extra hydrated, and if you have to be outdoors, be sure you're taking frequent breaks, and again, just chugging the water by the time we get to today. Again, so temperatures are starting off in the lower to mid 70s like they have the last several mornings. So again, no change there, but we are off to an okay start this morning. Yeah, we are hot and humid, and we can expect that to continue. Not too much fog out there on our Arctic Air Heating and Air Conditioning Skycam network. A nice, pleasant start to the day, at least in terms of what the sky is looking like. We're looking at a sunny, if not mostly sunny sky for this morning. We will continue to see a few more clouds later on this afternoon. Again, fog not a big issue for today. Just like the last few mornings, you may run into just a little bit of it for your morning commute, but no need to leave any earlier. So we've been showing this graphic the last few days. You know the drill by now. Temperatures in red, heat index values in purple. So we will be increasing our temperatures to the mid 90s for this afternoon. Once again, in those heat index values, again, between 105 to 110 degrees, especially between lunch and dinner time. That is when you will absolutely want to limit your time outdoors, especially if you fall into that vulnerable population, including children and the elderly. But for the rest of this morning, we are staying dry. However, it's not a bad idea to grab the rain gear as you head out this morning, because we do have the chance for some pop-up thunderstorms later on this afternoon. The better chance the more south you are in the viewing area. However, no matter where you are, you do still have the chance for a thunderstorm to pop up in your location, and if one does, you can expect some heavy rainfall, maybe brief, and some frequent lightning, and just some brief relief from the heat. But hey, we will take anything we can get, even if it's just a half hour to an hour's worth of some slightly lower temperatures. We will stay hot and humid. Otherwise, again, air temperatures in the mid 90s aside from these thunderstorms, and not everybody going to see rainfall for today. Just kind of your typical summertime afternoon. Those thunderstorms will pop up kind of randomly during the afternoon to early evening, but then after sunset, thunderstorm activity dies down and we fall back into the 70s overnight once again for your Thursday morning. Some clouds around, maybe a little bit of patchy fog as well, just like we've been waking up to, and then we are going to continue daily thunderstorm chances for the next several days. So not only will you need the rain gear for today, now you may not need it, not a bad idea to bring it though, but you will likely just want to pack it with you for the next several days as we get a little bit more moisture in the air, a little bit more unsettled. However, the heat and the humidity are unfortunately here to stay. But like I said, we may consider ourselves lucky if we get a little bit of a thunderstorm in our area, knock temperatures down 5 to 10 degrees for about a half hour to an hour. Hey, we will take any relief from the heat that we can get, but we will see that pop-up thunderstorm chance for your Thursday afternoon, also for your Friday, and unfortunately, yes, into the weekend as well. Now, the good news is the weekend is not looking like a washout. I do think we can still get in our outdoor plans, but it's just something else you have to consider if we do have the potential for thunderstorms, which means the potential for lightning, especially on a holiday weekend for the 4th of July, where a lot of you folks are planning to be outdoors. This is the perfect time, if you don't already have the Tennessee Valley Weather app, to download it, because it will tell you, it will send an alert to your phone if lightning has been detected within 15 miles of your location. Super handy and potentially life-saving heading into this holiday weekend when a lot of you folks are planning to spend it outdoors. And again, it's going to be very hot and humid, so just keep that in mind heading into the weekend and heading into your plans as well. Hopefully you have some AC nearby. But we will see that thunderstorm chance continue for the weekend, including your Sunday, so we will stay settled, hot and humid over the next several days. Air temperatures stay in the mid-90s for the rest of this week, and at least for the first part of the weekend. Now, heading into next week, we slightly cool down into the lower 90s as opposed to the mid-90s. But hey, if we knock down a few degrees, I have no complaints there. Heat index values will follow suit, but still pushing the triple digits, so still going to be some pretty unbearable heat for a lot of us over the next several days. But if you want to call that some relief from the heat, hey, by all means, I love the optimism and looking at any sort of silver lining. For the rest of this morning, as you head out the door, again, grab the rain gear. You won't need it this morning, but you may need it if you encounter a pop-up thunderstorm this afternoon. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy for the rest of the day. Temperatures warming up already into the mid-80s by 9 a.m. and then mid-90s by the afternoon. You see that here on your hourly forecast. Again, between around lunchtime and dinner time, so about 12 p.m. to about 7 or 8 p.m., we do have that pop-up thunderstorm chance. Again, not everybody going to see those, but if those storms do pop up in your area, expect some heavy rainfall and frequent lightning. And again, it may knock temperatures down briefly by a few degrees, but like I said, we'll take any relief that we can get. Am I right? Heading into the next several days, we are going to continue that daily pop-up thunderstorm chance. That includes Saturday, the 4th of July. So again, just keep that in mind for any outdoor plans. I don't think you need to cancel or reschedule anything, but just be mindful, have a plan B in the back of your pocket, and just be mindful of the weather and be able to have a way to check radar. Don't completely unplug for the weekend. Again, and it's not looking like a severe threat. It's not even looking like a widespread threat, but with the potential for a lot of folks being outdoors and there being lightning in the area, always better safe than sorry. So make sure you have a way to get any sort of radar or lightning information for your location. Again, that free Tennessee Valley Weather app, a fantastic way to do so. That's a look at your local weather forecast on this first morning of July 2026. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday and heading into the holiday weekend. Hope you have a wonderful and safe 4th of July.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.